Okay, I'm Fiona from Cushmum and I'm going to show you how to do the Bouquet marbling technique with cold process soap. So I've mixed up all of my colours. I'm using 4 colours, so I'll be using white, black, purple and green. So I've left some white soap over in my jug to pour first of all to make my base. So I'll just pour some soap into the mould. This is just to make a very thin base, just to put the rest of the colours onto. And I'm just going to move it around the mould just so that it covers the bottom of the mould. I've got some silicone in the bottom just so that it gives me a nice smooth finish when I demould my soap. So I've put my colours in squeezy bottles. And I'm just going to start making lines like so. Now, okay, so these are the lines, so you just go back and forth and then you just slowly layer up the soap. So back and forth with the individual colours. It makes it much easier in the squeezy bottle. So you want to make sure that you have separation between the colours, just so that when you do the marbling technique, you'll be able to see the separate colours within the pattern. So this is going to take some time. So the soap is very, very thin trace, so that it gives me time to work, and also so that when we make the pattern that the colours will merge quite nicely. So it's quite nice to get sort of white in between each of the lines. So you will go over the lines, but not to worry. You just keep building up the pattern slowly. So this is the general idea. So you just keep making lines and lines and lines of soap. So I don't know if you want to get a close-up of that. So you can see all of the individual lines. Yep. So I'll keep going. And so as you get close, as you start to pour in more of the soap, you have to bring the bottle lower to the surface of the soap so that you still get the lines on top. Otherwise, if you're too high, then the soap disappears under the surface and then you can't see the lines anymore. So we just keep going, keep going, keep going. I've scented this with Love Spell fragrance, a very popular fragrance, and also a fragrance that is very slow to trace. So ideal for this technique. The colours I've used are this wonderful rich purple mica, a sort of green mica that is sort of like an aquatic sort of colour, a black mica and some white mica. And so in the finished product we should have a nice sparkly soap. So we just keep going. And you might ask, why is it that we just don't do some lines on the surface of some plain soap? Well, if we did that, then we wouldn't get a nice pattern all the way through. And that's the thing about making swirls and marbling within soap, that it's great if you have a surface pattern, but if you can get the pattern all the way through the bar, then even better. So that when the bar is used, even when it gets down to the last remains of the bar, you still have a lovely pattern throughout. So at this stage we don't need to be terribly precious with the colours on the top of the soap, because we've still got a way to go. So I've still got a long way to go yet. Okay, so we've still got quite a lot of black soap, so what I'm going to do is just pour from a height so that I get some of this soap further down into the bar, but I don't want too much black on the surface. But also I don't want to not use too much of the black soap as it detracts from the final weight of each bar. So keep going. So it's this that takes the time. So just keep going, keep pouring.